this guy, Black Friday game between the Raiders and the Chiefs, man. Raiders and Chiefs matchup is always one of the best matchups you could see outside of whoever else is in your division. The Chiefs ended up winning the game 19-17. Patrick Mahomes didn't do much, but he won the game. He didn't throw no touchdown in this game. But, if that's Lamar Jackson, the war is going to end. With
That's crazy because he did throw a touchdown, but continue.
26 out of 46 with 306 yards and some touchdowns.
There it is.
So, my guy, Lino, man, talk to me, man. What are your reactions in this game, man? Because I know this is one of the tough division rivals games. The fans be talking a lot, and you guys be going back and forth. I love every bit of it. But did Kansas City won this game, or the Raiders lost this game?
No,
I hate that question. That is a terrible question. But let me just start off by saying, fuck the Raiders. Just get that out the way. Hatred runs deep. No, if you remember, I'm going to start off with the bad. If you remember last week when I think Solo asked me my concern level, and I said it was a 2. I still have it at a 2. But here's my concern that I had last week when I was complaining about our left tackle and Najee Johnson. And I said, I don't know why Najee Johnson is still out there. Joshua Williams played very well last year, albeit he had McDuffie and Snead with him, but he played very well. So why not give him a shot? Crazy when Najee Johnson got beat the very next possession. I seen a number 2 out there. I said, oh my God, Joshua Williams is out there. Amazing. I should be on the staff. And then last week I also said Wanya Morris, he gets one more shot next week. If he plays poorly, then he's got to go. I said Joe Tooney's got experience at left tackle. We need to move him over there. Albeit Wanya Morris he made last week's game versus the Panthers a great game compared to what he did on Friday. It's like he did his progressions. He kicked his foot out. He put his hands up, and that's all he did. He was a revolving door all game. Mahomes had to worry about doing a 3-step drop and looking over, and he got replaced. Oh, look, Joe Tooney plays left tackle. Mike Caliano comes in to play left guard, and here we go. And it was better, but I didn't get a full dose of that because we didn't replace him into the last possession of the third quarter, and then the fourth we only had a possession or 2 in that. But albeit what I called for last week came to fruition this week. That being said, that's my concern. My concern level with left tackle is a 10, but with DJ Humphries hopefully playing this Sunday against the Chargers, I can put that a little bit to rest. Now let me move to the right side of their Jawan Taylor. Everybody gets on him for false starting, and he gets an early jump. I wish that was the case on Friday. No, this dumbass just wants to just line off. He just likes to line off offside. How do you start false starting without even moving? I don't understand it, and I don't know what's going through Andy's mind. And when I say Andy, I don't mean Andy Reid. I mean Andy Heck, our offensive line coach. How do you not coach this up on the sidelines?
Right.
This is clearly an issue with him. He has a stance problem that the NFL does not like. So why aren't we switching that? I don't understand it. I don't get it. But that needs to be solidified quickly. That being said about the game, it was a very frustrating game to watch. From all the points that I just mentioned, it really wasn't a great game on both sides. I guess it was an exciting finish. Sure, it was still frustrating. I don't get any. I'm not. There's no analysis to take out of this game. This is one of those games that you watch, you see, okay, we won, thank God, and then you move the hell on because there's no analysis that I really want to take from this game, and everybody's talking about the bot snap. Was it a dead ball? Was it this? Was it that? But when you go, listen, I didn't even know that rule. That's a rule in the rule book that you only know about if it happens throughout the game. Apparently, if you spike it in the play before, it's considered a live ball. Now, what they called on the field, the illegal shift, I'm like, I wanted to know where it was. And I still didn't know where it was until 2 days after. Somebody showed it was pretty much the second level view. You seen the whole field. There are two receivers. I don't know if you guys seen this video. There are two outside receivers. When the ball was snapped, they were still getting to the line. They both were still jogging. So that's where the illegal shift came in. The problem with what was going on is one ref blew it dead when the main ref was calling a legal shift, and that's why they had that meeting at the middle and saying, "What did you see? Well, what did you see?" Ultimately, it's up to the ref and the white cap to make that final call. So while the right call was made in the moment when you're just watching the game as a fan, I was very confused when the ref came out and said illegal shift, blah 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 blah. It was recovered by Kansas City, first down Chiefs. I was shocked because I'm like, I felt like the other 31 NFL fan bases. I'm like, oh shit, like
this why they talk. This why they talk about every week, right?
yeah,
That's why
this
they
is what they
felt.
talk. Yeah, this is what they talk about every week.
Because like you said, if that penalty was called before the snap of the ball, right?
Yeah,
This they should have stopped play right then. Whatever yards they the penalty had, they would just do it over again, right?
yeah,
And maybe they won't have that snap problem. They'll get it right. I was confused too. I think that's why most fans were like, you know what? They just give the Chiefs the ball. I understand by rule it was the right, it was a correct decision by rule.
yeah.
But fans just feel like they should have the illegal shift happened before the snap. They
No,
should have enforced. It
because
was during.
so yeah, it was there because those receivers were still running to their spot as they were in motion. You would say it's just like if it's a 2 minute drive and the offense is trying to hurry up and spike the ball and the receivers aren't set yet and they spike it, it's an illegal shift because the receivers aren't set. And that's why you see the play happen where let's say Josh Allen throws a 20-yard pass. Great. But Amari Cooper was an illegal shift. Bring it back 5 yards, now it's second and 15. It's the same situation here where the illegal shift, they let the play happen. The problem is the right guard tap. So they were in silent count mode because they were trying to get it going. So
They're
the
on the
right
road, right?
guard, yeah, the right or yeah, the right guard tapped the center. The center, so when he gets that tap, that's telling the center
Snap the
everybody's
ball,
set.
right?
Aiden O'Connell was looking around, making sure his guys are still set. I guess he did one clap. I don't know what their cadence is, but he did one clap. So that signals to the right guard after this next slapper go. He slaps the center, center snaps the ball. Aiden O'Connell's not looking for it, hits off his chest, and then the ball fumbles on the ground. It gets kicked to by the left foot of the right guard, and then Nick Bolton recovers it, and that's how this all plays out. Now, let's just say the Raiders recovered it. Here we go with another field goal situation. He already missed a couple field goals in the game. So now he's looking at, I believe that would have been a 5 yard penalty. So they put him back to the 37. Now we're looking at a 55-yard field goal. He'd already missed a couple 50s in this game. So with the luck of the Chiefs this year, that field goal
But
probably wouldn't have been in.
but we don't
So
know
he,
that though. But we don't know.
yeah, we don't know that. I'm just going off. It's just like Justin Tucker. If he would have got a chance at a game-winning field goal,
Right.
chances are it probably wouldn't have been in. But we won't. We don't live to see that, so we can only speculate.
All
And
right.
that's where the fans of the other 31 are like, oh, they could have got a field out of that and win it. But that's the casual fans just looking at the box score and they could have won. But you look all the way down and he missed. He was just like Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker was missing left and right. He was missing terribly for a field goal kicker. He wasn't even close in his field goals. And
Right.
Daniel Carlson is not a bad field goal kicker. He's just missed him.
Right. You're
So
right.
that's the reason why. That's the reason why I asked that question. Did the Ravens lose this game or the Chiefs won it because of the field goal that they missed? 3 field goals, I believe. That's actually kind of be. I mean, losing by 2 points and your kicker missed 3 field goals. What if you were to make at least 2 of those? You know what I mean?
Right.
Then we would have been having a different story here. Same thing with Justin Tucker. If you would have missed and make at least them 2 field goals,
Yeah.
things would have been not a different, but that's part of the game. But
Right. I mean, could have, should have, it don't matter. But
right.
one last point though, I was gonna make, regardless whether there was illegal shift or there was nothing or they didn't call, at the end of the day, it was still a mistake by the Raiders. You know what I mean? The quarterback wasn't ready for that ball and they snapped it anyway. So that mistake. Now, if they didn't make that mistake, yeah, I guess you can complain about anything else. But it doesn't matter because they still were in the position to snap the ball the right way and they didn't do it. So I guess
Yeah.
whatever was missed, even all the 3 field goals you say he missed, those would have mattered if they just snapped the ball, did everything correctly. They would have scored. So you can say, oh, they missed 3 other field goals. That's why they lost. That's not the reason why they lost. It does that bad snap is the main reason they lost that game.
Yeah.
And Chiefs got lucky again.
No, they also got. I mean, I think it's the field goals. Dude, man, come on now, man. You gotta execute, man. You're a kicker.
I know, but
that's the only job that you have. That's the same thing
Right.
as Justin Tucker. Like this
But
is your only job that you have.
But they're still in a situation to win the game still at the end. Still.
You know what, man? See, this is the thing about you two guys that pissed me off, man. I'm about to really say this nonsense they guys.
What?
You guys about
What's
to
that?
say? What do you mean about if that would have been a Buffalo Bills, man? Everybody blamed the kicker for missing wide right. Say that's the reason why. So all this other time that you guys was in the position to win the games, you guys don't win. Josh Allen couldn't win you against the game.
Okay.
And now
So
we're
what?
talking about kickers missing the field goal. Kickers get paid too. Kickers are part of the team. Kickers got to get the job done. We have to let all them accountable for that. Don't just say that. You missed 3 field goals and you lost by 2 points. Forget about that. That's 9 points. Same thing with Justin Tucker. I think he left about 7 points on the board with for the Eagles. That's the same thing. Kickers are responsible to get the job done.
Yo, Mosa, I agree. I do agree. You're on the same page. They have to make their kicks. But my point is, even having missed all those field goals, they were still had a chance to win the game. They still had a chance, but they had a bad snap. So I know they missed all those field goals, and they should have made them. But even after going through all those mistakes, they were still in a position to drive and win that game. That's my point.
I hate you say so, man. But then
Hey, I mean, listen. The Chiefs are under a 3rd string kicker, so I mean,
right. Yeah, but fellas, man, thank you guys, man. But let's move on to around the league, man. What do you guys think about the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bear game?
I tell you what. Oh, you go ahead, Solo. I got
No,
Go ahead, Lee.
Because in my head,
I'm just saying that the Lions be the inferior team by 3 points. I know if another team would have won by just 3 points, they win close games, they get lucky. Listen, take out the Lions, insert Chiefs. Can you imagine if the Chiefs are playing the Bears? Oh, the refs probably never even seen Eberflus call a timeout. Nah, let me stop. Listen, that was bad time management. And I'm going to give, and this might be controversial, Caleb Williams can call timeout too. I'm just saying.
There we go.
And
there we go.
It's very true. A quarterback can call timeout. That is very true.
Why he can, yes.
But Caleb Williams has been very humble. I think he's been holding back a lot of comments. He does take accountability in his press conference, and he said himself after the game that he did change the play call. Okay, if you change, I don't care if you change the play call. I get it. You gotta have this in your head. If Eberflus is not going to call a timeout, you have to call a timeout. So I have to, in all fairness, I have to split it down the middle. You have to call timeout. The play ended with 34, 35 seconds left. If you rush fast enough, you can get the ball to the line and your player snap with about 25, 24 seconds left. Now you're just letting this clock tick, 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 tick. And there's nothing coming from the sidelines, you have to. So, yes, Eberflus has done some dumb things all year. He deserves to be let go. But Caleb Williams, you have to take some fault in this too because you were allowed to call timeout and you didn't. And
Right.
that's where people aren't getting the credit. Nobody's criticizing Caleb Williams, so I guess I'll go ahead and take it. Maybe I'll take off 10% to make you guys feel better. But God, Eberflus has been a dumbass all year. I think if anybody's paid attention to Chicago, we've
Yep.
known. And he says after the game, Eberflus, that the right call was made, this and that. He doesn't even take ownership. Caleb Williams is at least taking ownership, saying that he messed up. He called the play. It's like he was trying to make an excuse for the head coach, and then the head coach was like, "Yeah, I do the same thing next week." Well, you ain't gonna be here next week, bro.
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
excellent point. Musa, I don't know if you remember. After that play happened, I think I texted. I said he should be fired,
right. You did.
and he was fired. Now, do I agree with Lena what Lena just said? You know what? A quarterback can call timeout too. The other assistant coaches on the sideline, they all can watch. They all watching the game. They all can communicate, right? It's not a one time show. Now, I hate to see players. A couple players made comments after the game saying, "Oh, we the players did enough to win the game." And I'm not defending the head coach like you said. Here, Damas, he's a terrible coach from the
Is it
beginning.
Keenan
Been
Allen?
bad. Yeah, you're right. I didn't want to mention names. He
I
did
did.
say we. He said we did enough to win the game. That's throwing your coaches under the bus. I know the coaches were terrible, but I like players that take the blame too. Listen, everybody on the field are grown men. They are professionals. Everyone should able to understand situation football. Everybody understands the situation at that particular point. If the head coach is dumb, can't call timeout, somebody else should be responsible enough and call timeout. And I'm not even defending the head coach. He was bad. I've been saying he should be fired from the Commanders game when his undisciplined players are acting a fool when the game is now over. I think it comes back to the head coach. He had no control of that locker room, so he deserves to be fired like he was fired. But also, like Leno said, some players they have to take accountability too. They didn't do the right thing. They didn't call timeout either. Just because the head coach is not the only person who's allowed to call timeout. Everybody's grown and everybody understands football, and they were seeing what was going on, and they let that happen. Unacceptable.
Man, stop your bull crap, bro. That's everything it was in a head coach, bro. A rookie quarterback that's supposed to be that he's also a rookie head coach. First of all, the Chicago Bears,
Right.
their whole franchise should be put in the trash right after that fucking play. That's everything is on a head coach, man. Trash.
That
Yeah,
is true.
dude,
But
seriously, dude, seriously. You got a rookie quarterback out there, probably never been in this type of position that he is. Caleb Williams, or okay, what's his name? Yeah, he been playing well for the past two games. In that game, he actually rattled back and trying to put his team back in his back and carry on for victory. The only thing a head coach has to do was give a little bit of support for God's sake. Call a fucking timeout. You the head coach. You're standing in the sideline with a keyboard and with a microphone, at least screaming aloud. Yes, I agree. Some of the assistant head coach should say something. But like you said, with the dysfunctional locker room, how do you guys know really they're not fighting for who really is the leaders in this locker room here? So you were the man, let you do the job. And when he's the man, when you are in charge, everything fall on the head coach. That's why they fire the head coach. The players don't respect him. Like you say, that's why they come out speaking. You're not gonna hear players from Buffalo Bill come out speaking against the head coach like that because they respect him. You're not gonna hear that from the Chiefs.